because I have lots to do today and I'm going to fit lots into this little day that we have. It's so cool. So I thought I would come on early and then some of you guys will start popping on and then we'll be able to start our little conversation, hopefully a little bit earlier. But I hope everyone is doing really well. It's nice in Queensland today. It's a bit overcast outside. Looks like it might rain later. I've only got Matilda with me at the moment because I've got to show you guys around. It's a little bit of a reveal day today. I'm very excited. Part reveal. And Mateo's upstairs anyway. So when we do go upstairs, which we're going to go, you'll be able to see Mateo then anyway. So, aren't we? We're having such a great day. It's such a great day. It's such a great week. It's such a great month. It's such a great year. Isn't it a great start to 2026? Okay, I'm hoping everyone's going to come along here soon. Hello, who has just popped on. I'm glad to be seeing you. My bird Bluey is just going nutso inside, very loud. Must be all the birds outside too. Hi Sonia, how are you going? Good morning. Hi Elaine, how are you doing? I've got my breakfast, of course, because I have to when I'm with you guys. I only have Pepsi Max this early in the morning on Friday when I'm with you guys and on Thursday when I'm about to start class. It just gets me started for the day. Hi Matthew. I'm not sure if you saw or I saw you were here before. Well, if you saw me say hello to you. Sonia says, going great. Thank you. Oh, good to hear. All Dolls Playground. Robin, how are you going? She's in New Zealand. I hope you're doing really well. We're doing well, aren't we? We're doing really well. Very excited about today's little chat. So I'm going to sort of get started in a minute. But like I said, we've just got Matilda here today. She's all dressed up in her, look, she's even got her blue booties on and she's so cute. I've got so much to show you, but it all relates to what I would talk to you about and then what I've got to show you. So very, very excited. I wanted, while I'm sitting here and not really showing you anything, my week has been fantastic. Thank you, Matthew. Absolutely fantastic. For those of you who purchase goods off Aussie Reborn Supplies, just to let you know that on the 14th of February, good to hear you're good, Elaine. Missing you. We give away on the 14th of February that little mini silicone baby. I'm not sure if you have been seeing me share it on my Facebook page. I've got to share it again. But anyway, 14th of February, and all you have to do to get into the draw to win that mini silicone baby is spend $50 or more on Aussie Reborn Supplies on the website or in store. So just to let you guys know that that's coming up so quickly. I can't believe it. It feels like it's been forever. Sorry, I think the courier is here. No, he's going past. It feels like it's been forever me waiting to draw this baby, but finally it's coming. Isn't she so sweet and blue? I love little girls in blue. I think not enough people do little girls in blue. They're just so sweet. I love blue. I've got a thing for blue at the moment too as well. Like lemon yellow and blue. Mint green and pink are always going to be my ultimate favorite colors. But I guess, I'm just sort of getting out there and liking some other colors lately. Hi Deb, how are you going? Elaine says, I didn't say, you said that, good, blah, blah, blah. Yes, Matthew, it is going to be on Valentine's Day. Hi, lady, I saw you yesterday. How are you? We had such a good day yesterday, didn't we? Everyone was sort of buzzing and I just felt the energy from us all was really positive and really exciting. And oh my God, I didn't stop last night till about midnight and I had to make myself go to sleep because I was just like buzzing. Buzz. So let me start our day, guys. welcome to everyone who has come. I've started a bit earlier today because I wanted to do like a little bit of a shop reveal since I've been doing some work in here. And then I'm going to take you up to my studio and do a little bit of a reveal in there. So, but before I do, I wanted to show you guys my little silicone elephant. Matilda, can you just sit there and make sure everyone, don't fall or anything, make sure everyone is happy. Okay. So I've been working on this little silicone elephant for about, probably only about a week and a half, but very excited to show you. So they start out like this. They're so cute. They're really, really so cute. So cute. And yep, she's telling me, in April, I'm doing a mini silicon class, which will be painting this little elephant. And basically, sorry, guys, if you're not close and you won't be able to attend, but basically it's going to be sharing the basics of silicon painting. And then, so the people in the class will be painting the elephant. This is my version. She is so cute. I just called her she. I've been calling her he. But today I'm calling her she. I do call her Ellie. So as you can see, I widened her eyes. Her eyes are really cute like that. But I don't know, for some reason I really wanted really big eyes. So I went out on a limb and did that. Very, very cute. So of course I will be able to take orders for little Ellies like this that I can make. But also I'll be, after the class, I'll be offering little starter packs where you get the elephant and you get paints to paint the elephant and all you need to paint the little elephant, including instructions. Now, like I said, my I knew you were going to do that, Matilda. My silicon painting class will is only here, of course, and it is only painting this little silicon elephant, but it is going to be teaching my students the basics of silicon painting, giving them the ideas of how to mix the paints, how to mix different colors, how to apply in different ways, and then moving forward, if they do good on that, they might want to then go out and actually paint a baby. Bigger eyes always get me, don't they? I mean, the funny thing is it looks so cute with those little beady eyes, which is adorable. But I don't know, I just had this vision in my mind, which you do. And one thing about the class, I've already told the class students, is that they can choose whatever color they want to paint their elephant. It doesn't have to be grey, it doesn't have to be brown, it can be anything they want. They get to have that freedom of choice. I will work with them. So it's going to be very, very exciting. Oh, your Wi-Fi is not working. Oh, I forgot my microphone again. I'm terrible at remembering my microphone. Monica, how are you going? She said, hi from snowy Toronto, sitting at Starbucks with my 3 babies. That is beautiful. I'm glad you are. Now I'm going to put Matilda back down again, and she's going to not fall this time. I'll put Ellie's back. Oh, goodness me. I've just done myself a mischief, and they've fallen over on their little platter, but that's okay. I'll fix it up. Okay. So now I'll show you around the room. We'll show you around this room first, and then we'll go upstairs. So if I miss anyone's talking, please let me know. I'm going to turn you guys around, and we start over here. So as you know, this is my shop part where all my stock is. Everything isn't going to be 100% tidy. It's all still a bit of a work in progress. But this was like to tidy up, to make more room for my classes. So you'll see I've got all my child dolls up there. I can't let them get out of here because I just love them so much. My stock, these are some kits I've got to put together. Some positive energy chats to my students in class, because I think it's really important to let them know how much they are loved and how important they all are. So that's just a little bit of fun for them while they're in here. And of course, other stock over here, my air conditioner. Now look at my room border. Isn't it beautiful? It's so ice creamy, and oh, there's a little bit fallen down up there. I'm still sort of re-sticking all that. So hopefully I didn't make anyone dizzy there. So then we've got, you know, my TV for class, of course, which I have running with something relaxing on. Let's create new life on the wall up there. And a good morning, Jessica. And we've got the just stock as well. I'm still reorganizing over here too, but you can see along my table at the back there, I've put curtains all the way along. This is just a little table I have all my paints and that on for class. Angela Eve is in her bassinet here, and some of the class members also put their babies in their bassinet. So we just got a little bit of a coffee station, and then my FBOS machines and things like all that, my printers and everything. Then all my kits, as I normally have, some stock supplies, some painted kits from my class. This is one of my tables that I have in class. Some orders I've done this morning, and this is my little workstation that I roll around for orders. And this here is where I put my pre-loved babies that are for sale. Ellie's up the top. There's a couple of pre-loved babies there. One of them is actually mine, but it's just sitting in there while I've got that empty. These little babies over here are what I've got to put together to fill up the space. But after Christmas, everything's sort of sold out. So I was really a bit overwhelmed. And you can see Matilda's little high chair that's for when I'm having class. She now is going to be sitting with us in every class. So she's a part of me anyway. Oh, Elsa and Anna's birthday on the 9th. Okay, so they're my chairs for class. And as you can see, my screen door here, it just works so well for class. So class members now, I've got a big 8-foot table, which goes along here, and then a 6-foot table, which goes here in an L shape. And then of course, this table over here. So if I really wanted, I could fit 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 13 to 15 students. But generally, I at least have at least 4 of my students come with carers. So the carers at the moment I've got little rollout chairs. They're sort of under there at the moment. Oh, there's one there. Little rollout chairs, which my carers sit on. Unless there's a chair available, they get a special chair. These are I love these little things. These are what I have for class at the moment. They fit under my trestle table nice and easily. They've got all my brushes in for class and instructions, my little placemats for the students and little water jars. So as you can see, this year for class, I've really gone with a bit of a pink theme, and it goes with my mint green room. So it's going really, really well. What does everyone think of the room? What do you guys think? I'm just absolutely in love with it. Even the tablecloths, I love them. I just got them off Temu as well, and they're just like that elastic sort of pull in, and it looks so neat and black and really mint. Sonia says, looks amazing. Thank you. Deb says, yes. Oh, hang on. Elsa and Anna's birthday on Monday, and they'll be 9 years old. Okay, sorry I missed that, but I was in the middle of a chatty thing. You got to wait till I'm sort of stop. It's Deb, but really cool. Hello, Alice. I got that right last week, didn't it? Wasn't it Ellison or something? And I got it right last week. I could be wrong. But hi again. How are you going from Oregon? Thank you so much. I'm really very excited about it. And one of the things, the main excitement about it is it's been a start to the year, and at the start of every year I try to really get myself going and organize and everything. It has made me so organized and so motivated. I'm just like all the time. I'm on the go all the time. I've got so much excitement with what I'm doing. I've got more motivation to. I mean, I was up this morning at 5 o'clock, and I normally get up about before 7, especially on a Friday. It's kind of a day off for me, so I try to just chill it out. But I was up at 5 o'clock, and I couldn't sleep. So all those orders in that bag there, I got up, I printed all my invoices out, I booked in all those orders, and I packed them all. And it was exciting because the room is, I mean, it's like I said, it's not 100% yet, but I know, I'm sorry, it's in there. It's not 100%, but because of how neat it is, it just makes me want to be in here and want to pack the orders and, get on top of things. So I'm still, like I said, sort of adjusting everything, but that happens with any, fix things up. Thank you, Deb. It is just so fresh, Alison. Thank you. I'm glad. It's just so fresh, and I mean, even the air feels fresh. It's weird. Oh, they're watching with you. Oh my God, that's so exciting. Hello, Elsa and Anna. So, even all my little, satchels and everything, they've got a place in my little thing here, and I just want to always keep things always so neat, and it's a problem. It's a problem, but it's not. I know, it's really cleared my mind, like, hugely. So I'll go upstairs and show you my studio at the moment. And that's, again, it's a little bit, I'll tell you as I go, but it's a little bit of a face value thing. I've cleaned everything so it looks really good. Well, pretty much. But everything's hidden because it's still a work in progress. So let's get Matilda and breakfast and you guys, and we'll head on up. So sorry if I'm bumping you or anything along the way. Okay. I love work in progress anyway. Who doesn't? Got a new reborn doll named Rachel. Oh, congratulations. That's exciting. Very exciting. Okay. Just got to open my door. Okay. All right. So this is my studio. I will show you through. I'm just going to put Matilda down in my brekkie. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sit for a moment. Sit. Oh. So, like I said, this is my studio. So this is where I'm supposed to do my live streams, and where I used to do my live streams. And this is also where I do my personal painting and everything, because it's just my own space, and I don't know, it just feels nicer. Not that my workroom doesn't feel nicer, that feels great, but I guess the smaller, tighter space probably feels more homely. That's the thing. Hi Cindy, how are you going? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good. I have a lot of room actually. My kids are all grown up. I've only got my son living here at the moment. So this is what I call my studio, and this is just all about me, but working out. And I've also got like a spare room where if someone comes to stay, they stay in there, but that's kind of like turning into a bit of a nursery. I've got bassinets and things in there. So realistically, I've got the full garage, which is my shop. This is my studio, and then my spare room is going to be my nursery. I know, I'm very grateful for that, having this space. And yeah, I still overwhelm it. All right, so look at what I've done over here. So everyone knows I've always had my cube shelves, but that was like a wall of cube shelves before. But I decided to take 4 of my little 4x4 cube shelves. I took 4 out of the middle and decided to make a little seat. So I can go over there at any time and sit down and have a cuddle of my babies. I originally was going to do it as like that was the seat where I would do my live streams from and stuff like that. But I don't know at the moment what I'm going to do because it's just so cute. It's just so cute. Of course, Matilda and Mateo. There's Mateo here. He's just sitting in the corner. They've got so many clothes in here. I do have clothes for other babies, but they're obviously my main ones. And then I've got boxes that have, thank you, lady. Thank you. Some boxes that have like all Christmas outfits in or all Halloween outfits in. So, but I'm doing a bit of a process at the moment of elimination, really. We have picnics here, as many of you know. And when we have picnics, we have like a little bit of a reborn rummage where whatever clothes, we bring clothes and toys and everything, and everyone can just go through them and take whatever they want for free. And it's a lot of fun and you get a lot of good things. But especially from me lately, I've been really being hard on myself to get rid of some things. So but yeah, we do it all for free because blah blah blah. So anyway, I'm going to actually turn this camera around now and show you a little bit better. So I'm going to put I've got 2 of these shelves and I was going to put both of them up there, but I need to put the other up on a little stand. And it goes all to the floor. My floor needs cleaning, so do not mind that. Got like an old school desk, you know, school desk up there, my rocking horse, little bits and pieces, umbrellas and that sort of things around. Mateo is there, like I said. This is little Stormy and another little baby that was given to me by a friend of mine. Over here is Serenity. Now Serenity is not dressed properly, so please do not mind her at the moment, but she's my little cupcake girl. And I've got Xanthi there. Now this is still a work in progress at the bottom, but this is my painting desk. No. This is my implanting desk. I'm moving things around, so that's why things change. I've got all my paintbrushes in here. I've got too many paintbrushes altogether. This is my cube reveal corner at the moment. You'll see on YouTube and TikTok I've been doing a cube reveal every week where I show everyone or whoever's watching what's in one of the cubes. Now those cube reveals will eventually get to over here, so all of them will be disclosed if you're watching that. It's just a little bit of fun. This is another working bench, but I don't know whether I want to keep it because I never work on it. It really just has my new wave oven on it, and just bits and pieces that I'm trying to go through. And behind this here, under the desk, I'm still going through stuff as well. Getting a pile there of things. Some are for the giveaway, picnic giveaway thingy bobby. And Matilda has her own chair in here as well. So she sits, Matilda, she sits there. So when I'm painting on this desk, this is my painting desk, she can sit there and watch me. And then I've got, well, there's more stuff all here and stuff in here. Then I've got this little rollout little thing here, which I really love because I'm not sort of using that space behind the desk. So I thought if I put a little rollout here, and then my little silicone babies that I'm painting can go on that rollout. So that's the silicone baby I'm painting. I've only done, you wouldn't even really be able to tell, one layer at the back at the moment of a red wash. So I don't know how well you can tell that. But I love, like I said, that I can put that in there and just push the little dolly back in there so it's out of my way and I can still have my legs here while I'm painting. So that's my other space. I've just really loving it and really loving this. I mean, see how I can go over here and I can pick Stormy up if I want, and I can just sit here and have a cuddle with the baby for a bit and look out the window or whatever I want to do. So I really love that little space too. And oh, get a little hair there. Next week on my my next week podcast, I'm going to talk about how to make our nursery or studio work a little bit better for everyone. So watch that. I'll probably record it probably Monday or Tuesday. I'm not totally sure. Just going to go back and see what everyone says. Cindy said, when my daughter moves out in September, I'm having a nursery. Yay! Get ready for it. Hey, there's just, and you know, we can spend a lot of money, and spending a lot of money is fun if you got it. But when you don't have it, yesterday, I haven't picked it up. I'm picking it up today. I got a beautiful bassinet for free off Marketplace. Now I picked that up this afternoon, but this particular bassinet I have wanted for ages, and every time I was going to buy it, it was just kind of too far away, and it was like between $200 and $300, and I've just got it for free. I just need to buy the bassinet. So what I'm sort of saying there is, you know, don't be afraid to have a look on Marketplace and just wait. The only problem with this particular bassinet is I don't have the room for it. In my nursery, I have a change table, which has a baby on the top and a baby in the middle. I think maybe a baby on the bottom. The bed, which I keep clean. It's got a cot in there, a bassinet, and 2 like bouncers as well. So I was thinking of putting one bassinet right in the middle of this room, but you can get too many and it can get really overwhelming and stressful as well. So, but yeah, what I'm saying is, you know, don't be afraid to wait for those freebies that come up. Kate says, oh, I love this setup. I changed my studio around last week. It must be the week for it, because a few of my friends have said that they're starting to change their nursery or reorganizing and things like that. Matthew said, both rooms look awesome. Thank you. Jessica said, looks good. Thank you. Louisa said, what sort of paint do you use on the silicone? I use, and I did a podcast about this the other day. I only use Sam's paints. And like I said when I was talking about the Sam's, I like the Sam's liquid pigments. I've also got the powders as well. They're all for sale on Aussie Reborn's Place, and like I said on my podcast, I'm not sort of talking them up because Aussie Reborn Supplies is one of the authorised dealers. I really, really love them. They work so well, so bloody well. So I'm going to talk them up until all the cows come home. So yes, if you watch, I don't know if you were here at the beginning of this live stream, I spoke about a little baby elephant, silicone elephant that I painted, and how, and also your psycho paints, and how in the near future I'm going to be selling little starter packs with the little baby elephant and some of the Sam's paints and stuff. So keep an eye out for that if you're wanting to silicone paint. But Sam's are just, I can't recommend them enough. It's like, if you're looking for silicone paints, you go there and you don't even have to bother looking anywhere else. I wouldn't even suggest. There is obviously some other great silicone paints, of course, but I've just had some really great experience with them. Sonia said that would be really nice to be able to sit and cuddle the babies over there. It is. It is. And I'm not going to talk on about that space and that, but like I said, my podcast next week, I'm really going to be getting into what we can do with our space and how we can make it work the best for us. And I'm very excited about that, because this has been a part of that. But, you know, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, like all of these, most of these cubes at the moment, not most of them, probably about 60% of them, I just filled at the moment because last night this floor was covered with baby clothes. I'm not joking, because I was just trying to sort through them. Matilda, your hair is all over the place. Trying to sort through them and work out what I do and don't need. But in that process, I made myself a big mess. So I thought, I'm just going to put them all back and I'm going to start going through them one at a time, less messy. And like I think, Ellison, you said it earlier, when you've got a clean space, you sort of clear your mind and it's easier to work. And it will be a lot more easier to go through all of these cubes now that it's clean in here. And it's really nice. It's so nice and fresh and nice. Good morning, Gigi. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Sonia said morning, Gigi. Louise said, okay, thank you for that. I'll have to ring you. Yeah, definitely give me a ring. Sam's paints, amazing. And I can sort of make you up any kind of pack you want. I'll be, for interest, for sake of interest, the Psycho paints, just dropped it on Matilda's chair, in the part A and part B. I sell them in these 100ml bottles. I knocked it over. So the Ellie that I painted, that I showed at the beginning of this live stream, I've just used, this is 90ml, I've just used 10ml. 10ml. Oh, and I painted one layer on that silicone I was just showing you downstairs, underneath there. So, and you can even see with the odorless solvent, I only used 10ml as well. So it just goes to show you that you don't have to use a lot. Which means, you know, people think when you're painting silicone that you're using a heap of this and you're mixing it up. You don't use a lot. You know, you're doing them in little layers and you're doing part of what you're doing. So I'll be making mini silicone packs, which will especially go with the little Ellie, in little 50ml bottles. So if someone just says, I really want to try to paint silicone, but I don't want to fork out, you know, hundreds of dollars in painting products and stuff that I may not use again, I'll be making little sets for you guys, just for a little bit of fun. So I think that's really, really cool. Jessica says, is it harder painting silicone babies to vinyl? No. I mean, the word's always been out there that way. Honestly, guys, I painted a silicone baby. Excuse me, I'm getting a tickly throat. I did a little preemie baby years ago now. I'm talking 10, 11 years ago. And after I painted it, I did hair implanting on it and everything. And I just didn't like it. The process was a little bit different, but similar. And people were a little bit more tight-lipped about it as well. What is your leg doing? And I just didn't like it. So for years and years, 10 years, I've been spruiking Reborns. I like Reborns better. Silicone, you know, it's a place of its own. It's, if you like that sort of thing, go for it. It's not for me. But since sort of playing with these paints, and because I have those little Ellies, it mattered, but it didn't matter if I kind of made a mistake, and I was just really able to play with it. And I started, like I said, working on that silicone baby I showed you down there. And man, it's so smooth. It's so easy to work with. You follow the instructions, which, by the way, I think you might have heard the other day how I've got instructions for my magical realism paints and everything. I'm making up a little instruction, which will be, it'll sort of, you know, cut the crap out of it and just, you know, tell you how to mix it and how to apply it. You know, it's up to you what colors you want to use or whatever like that. But I'm just sort of breaking it down a bit. And yeah, it's really, really fun. It's so fun painting silicone. I just adore it. The only, obviously, the only thing that is hard is silicone babies. I mean, there was a silicone, full body silicone baby that I wanted to buy the other day. Kit was $3,000, and I can't afford $3,000. Can you? Can you? We can't. But, you know, if there's a few little things, like I'm going to have the elephants, I'm also getting the little mice and another different elephant. And I'll be probably bringing in more of the Bountiful Baby silicone babies. And of course, they're cheaper and can make it that some people might be able to work with silicone. So I'll never be one of those that are selling, you know, the $3,000 silicone kits. I can't afford that kind of outlay to sit there. But I will get some of the Bountiful Baby ones and have some of these little small fantasy ones that are really well priced. And of course, you know, people can keep an eye out on, you know, Marketplace and some of the silicone groups for people selling silicone kits that they've never painted. So I know I'm raving on here, guys, but I'm a bit passionate about it at the moment, and feel that anyone could have a chance of doing these and then owning them as well. Matthew said, next week I'll be cleaning out my wardrobe. I tend to just shove things in there. We all do. I think we all do. Ellison said, did you find used paint on Marketplace? No. Unfortunately, Ellison. All of the Sam's products I bought, I'm an authorized dealer, so I've bought them from I bought them wholesale from McPherson's. Because I'm an authorized dealer, I can do that. But I have, obviously, if you're going into air dry or heat set paints, I think I might have some air dry pre-loved paints that are available secondhand, but everything else is brand new, but depending on what you need. Gigi, you don't have to bake the silicone. No, you don't. So if you were, I don't know if you were here just when I showed my silicone baby. I will get it back. Yeah. So like I said, this is just the head and the arms here. The little belly plate and the legs are down there. Matilda, I'm going to just put you back in your seat for a minute. I don't want you falling over. I know. You can't always be on screen, mate. So obviously, no matter where you are, you should have your silicones always under a plastic container. And that's because it stops any dust or pet hair or anything getting on it. My room in here, obviously, well, not obviously, but it is dusty because I don't dust, you know. So if I was to dance around the room, I would bring dust up from the floor. So that keeps it from getting any of dust on it or hairs or anything like that. But after I've painted, say, this baby, I'm just painting his head, well, the back of him at the moment, and then I will turn over to the front of him. So after I paint, I just put him in here, put the lid back on, and I'm ever so careful. Sometimes I've laid him down, but it worked anyway. Anyway, let's say I've just put that down, and I just leave it overnight. So if I was to paint, even if I was to paint, say, at 10 o'clock at night, the next morning it's fine. The best way to do that is I use these little sauce containers. So when I come in here, let's say come in the morning to check on it, I just touch in here. There is actually silicone on there at the moment. I couldn't see it because it was a clear sealing layer. And then I just peel it off. It's so cool. It's so rewarding. This goes in the bin, of course. But yeah, I peel it off so I know that it is cured onto my baby. If it was still sticky, that would mean that I've done something wrong. And I'd be like, oh my God. But yeah, if you were to check it after an hour and it's still sticky, you would know that it's still curing on your baby, right? So that's the first check, and then you're able to go and check the baby itself. But you can heat set the baby. So when I actually did this sealant layer on little baby Ellie, I put it in the oven because you can do that. And I put it in the oven for 5 minutes. It was cured. It was cured after 5 minutes. I don't like to, and I don't want to make a habit of putting my silicone babies in the oven. Not for any reason, just that I don't want to rush it. I just want to do a layer and then walk away and come back. But for instance, when I do the silicone painting class, my students will be heat setting, baking each layer of their baby Ellie so that they can move on. So that in that one day, just one day, they would have painted their Ellie from start to finish. So answer to that, I've always got to go longer, is no, you don't have to bake, but if you do bake, it'll make the progress quicker. So yeah, you can bake. And 5 minutes is all it needed. Amazing. I know, I've got my microphone this week. This one, the pink one that's just in front of me, in front of Matilda here, hasn't got great sound, unfortunately, so I've got to go back to my little clip-on one. But yeah, I always forget it. You can't wait to start silicone. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you and everyone else. But yes, it's definitely something achievable by anyone. And like I said, I'm going to make it really achievable for anyone. But unfortunately, you'll be painting the little, not unfortunately, but you'll be painting those little ones. But I didn't tell you guys. Does anyone know the mini silicons from Minnie Robinson, Cuddles for Comfort Reborn Nursery? She's sculpted the Armanian Cruise, and I'm giving one away on the 14th of February. Actually, I'm not sure if you actually have one, Kate, but anyway, they're just the mini silicons, okay? Minnie is unwell at the moment, but I've put it out there to her that I would like to buy them in blank form from her. So it'll make it so affordable. So you will be able to have a mini. They're about 9 to 10 inch silicone, full body. I have to wait and check the prices, but blank they'll probably be anywhere between $300 or $400. You'll be able to buy them, afford them, paint them yourself. So you'll have the little Ellie's little fantasy ones. They'll be quite well priced, like between $150 and $200. So they'll be my, low tier, getting into silicone, I want to play sort of starter. And then you'll be able to get into the mini silicone, full body silicons. That's like, I really want to make a baby, but I can't afford a full baby. And then I will also get the ones from Bountiful Baby, which will be the next level up. That'll be my sort of levels: cheaper, medium, and higher tier. And then from there, if you want to, paint from there, you will go on to someone like Jade Warner or something and see what she's got available in full body silicone, which are in kit form about $3,000. So I'm trying to break that silicone world down a little bit and make it so I'm saying us too, because my account is a lot in minus all the time. It's really hard. We want to do these things but can't afford it. So anyone will be able to paint silicone if you can just sort of save a little bit. Matthew said, anyway, I have to love and leave you, start work. Okay. Bye, Matthew. Gigi said, I wasn't here. I was sorting the silver fox, aka Jim, going to the bakery. Okay. Dog hairs, dust, and cane dust bane are my existence. Maybe silicone not for me. No. That's not. I want to sort of take the taboo out of that too. I mean, I let my cat, Misha, is the only one that can come in here because she'll just lay here. She'll come in, lay down. But these are your friends. So just while you're painting, you've got your little tweezers, and if you see a dog hair or something, just sort of pick it up and put it off. And then once you've finished, check it all over, pick any hairs off you might see or any little dust particles, and then put that container lid back over them, and it's sweet as. It is absolutely sweet as. You just have to be careful. And then obviously at the end, when you've finished painting your silicone, you will get into the layer where you're putting your finishing powder on. And when you put your finishing powder on, it just feels like a bit dusty, like a dusty feel. You've felt silicone before. That's, yeah, you have. It just feels like that. And that doesn't gather as much hair in that, especially if you were to say in that potential is, keep your baby in a full onesie, wrapped up in a bassinet or something. And just every now and again, you can get in there and pick the little hairs off. So it can work for anyone. You don't, just because you have dogs and that, it doesn't mean you can't do it. So that's an option. Yeah, you'll be able to try a mini or one of the little mini animals. That's if you want to do it. Obviously, it's not for everyone. But, I used to say that it wasn't for everyone. And I used to say, it's not for me. No, don't like silicone. Well, actually, I really like it. I really like it. And I looked at a full body silicone last night, one that Jade Warner's selling, the Wren one. And like I said, the kit form of it's $3,000. And I was just like, I couldn't afford that. I really couldn't. But if I did something like that, I'd be wanting to keep it. But, you're supposed to turn them to make a profit. But, who wants to buy a $4,000, $5,000 baby? Very few people. Some do. Anyway, guys, I've really been raving today, but I'm just so excited and I'm so motivated. So I hope you all have enjoyed that. Like I said, watch my podcast next week, and then I'll be talking about, things that you can do to make your nursery a little bit more efficient. It's kind of an efficiency thing. But we're almost up to story time. I am going to read a story today because I don't have any little ones bothering me. But yes, please, stay tuned with everything, guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to answer them. I'm very excited about everything that's happening in the reborning world recently. And I just want to, reach out and make it available, accessible, everything accessible for everyone, basically. Okay, so everyone, you got your reborns ready. You've got your pets ready, everything. I'm going to read this and then I'm going to head off. I did come a bit earlier today, like I said, because as soon as I finish with you guys, I've got to drive my mum to the airport. She is going on a holiday. She's actually flying to Perth, so she'll wave at you over there, Jessica. Flying to Perth. She stays in Perth tonight. And then she gets on a train tomorrow, and that train comes all the way back to Brisbane. But it goes down through Adelaide and that. My brother lives in Adelaide, so she'll visit with my brother while she's down in Adelaide. But yeah, I think it's about 9 days she's gone for. Not totally sure, but yeah, pretty cool. So I've got to drive her to the airport, and then I'm going to go to DFO while I'm down at the airport, and I'm going to go to the Lindt chocolate shop. People are probably thinking, oh, Lindt chocolate, yes please. Yeah, but all I want from there is a hot chocolate. The hot chocolates from the Lindt chocolate shop, I've had a craving since we did the Christmas cook-up and Tiana made the hot chocolate. I've had a craving for a real smooth, perfect hot chocolate. So yes, that's me. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll probably get home and I will paint some of my silicone, probably. I don't have the boys are having a holiday. They're going on a caravan trip out an hour inland from Coffs Harbour. So I can't remember the place. It's like a waterfall place. Gigi, you might know what I'm talking about. I'm not sure. It's a place that there's lots of waterfalls anyway. And they're going to go and spend 4 days out there. Camping, hiking, swimming. Although I think it might be a bit cold, but they'll swim anyway. So yeah, that's what they're doing. All right. So snuggle up, sleepy ones is what I'm reading today. Jessica has said it's been hot over here the last few days. Oh, okay. I will give her the heads up. Okay, snuggle up, sleepy ones. That's so cute. The sun paints the sky a warm, glowing red. It's time to stop playing. It's time for bed. Ooh, that sounds amazing, Gigi. Gigi, oh, Deb says, hang on. Deb says, my cousin works at Lent. Okay. And Gigi said, I'm doing the Indian Pacific to Perth for the WA doll show. Wow, that's really cool. Really cool. In the soft, swampy mud, baby hippo, so snug, cuddles up close for a big hippo hug. Through wild, wavering grasses, shy antelope roam. It's been a long day. They're ready for home. Sorry. Bold leopard cubs rest from practicing roars. They snuggle together, all tired, tangled paws. Whilst up in the treetops, birds twitter and cheep, till quieter and quieter they fall fast asleep. Below in their nests, baby porcupines all curl up, so snug tight in one spiky ball. With tired, drooping necks, giraffe flop to the ground, sheltered and watched over, safe and sound. And mischievous monkeys shut down from the trees. It's not really dark yet. 5 more minutes, please. Zebras lay panting, tired out from their play. They sink into sleep as the sun slips away. Moths come a-fluttering, bats flitter by. Elephants rumble their deep lullaby. Shadows grow deeper, the lion cubs doze. Drowsy heads nod, little eyes start to close. Stars twinkle brightly, the moon softly gleams. Snuggle up, sleepy ones, hush now, sweet dreams. And that's the end of Snuggle Up, Sleepy Ones. Okay. Jessica said, that's exciting. You're coming over, Gigi. And Gigi said, booking on Monday, can catch up with my WA friends. And Jessica says, do you need a place to stay, Gigi? And Gigi said, I was hoping to stay with you and Yvonne. And Jessica said, yes, you can. Oh, that's beautiful. Kate said that was cute. Thank you. Sonia said, sweet story. That was. Love it. Thank you. I hope everyone has a really great weekend. Thank you again for listening to me today. Ravel on about everything. And if anyone has any questions about anything we've seen today, just reach out, send me a message, and I'll be happy to answer. All right, off to get my mum now. Thanks for watching, guys, and I can't wait to chat next week. I'll be in here next week, which is cool too. Jessica said, I love the pictures in that book. Weren't they nice? And Gigi said, thank you, Jess. And Cindy said, gotta catch up on the podcast. Yes, I've got to start doing lots more too. Bye, Cindy. Bye, Elaine. Bye, Deb. Sonia said, have a great week. Stay safe. Bye. Bye. Bye, Ellison. And Gigi said, cute story. Say hi to Mum. I will. And Jessica said, bye. Have a good week. Have a good week, everyone. Thank you for joining me on my little room reveal. Yay.